And that's where you're wrong. It's a not just fight that doesn't mean anything. Look, it's us against them. What are you talking about? Come on. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about now. But you will when it's over. Believe me, you will when it's over.
Whew. Finally, y'all. A video that's 6 years in the making. Wow. What else is there to say, man? Been wanting to make this video for a very long time. Now I finally get to make it. My prediction video to Mayweather versus Pacquiao. First off, everybody knows what's at stake. I think that Floyd has everything to lose. Manny has everything to gain. They say Floyd has nothing to gain. That's not true. This is something personal and deep that needs to happen for the sport. You know, the world wants to make an example. And we're aware of it, but we're going to be the ones to make the example. So, this is how I assessed the fight and the process that I used. I went back, watched some earlier fights of Manny Pacquiao, watched some recent fights of Manny Pacquiao. I went back and watched some older fights of Floyd Mayweather, went back and watched some recent fights of Floyd Mayweather. So I can correctly make an assessment on styles, how they fared against different opponents that may have been a little slick or gave a little movement, and how they reacted to it. And sure, I make videos kidding and joking, but there's a lot of truth in everything that I say. I'll just add humor to it. And the facts don't change. Manny Pacquiao doesn't jab. He doesn't jab enough. A man who doesn't have a consistent jab is not going to beat Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao's footwork is not exceptional. He doesn't cut off the ring well at all. A fighter that doesn't know how to cut off the ring very well is not going to beat Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao's big punch that he lands over and over again is his left hand shot, which he telegraphs. A fighter who telegraphs his punches is not going to beat Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao doesn't move his head. He does not slip punches. A fighter who does not slip punches is not going to beat Floyd Mayweather. Now, what Floyd Mayweather is going to do to Manny Pacquiao? Simple. He's going to give Manny Pacquiao, from the opening bell, different looks that Manny Pacquiao has never seen before. Manny Pacquiao was kept away from slick fighters because of the simple fact he cannot deal with slick fighters. The style of a slick fighter who can be in a dangerous position to punch even when they're moving backwards. He's never been in that situation. He dealt with fighters who have to roll out either left or right and could never go straight back. Juan Manuel Marquez is the only fighter he's fought that could take a step back and still be in a dangerous position to punch. As you've seen in all of the fights, it has troubled Manny Pacquiao. And Marquez does not even have a third of the foot speed of Floyd Mayweather. Now, Marquez was consistently able to land his jab on Manny Pacquiao. Something that Floyd Mayweather loves to do. He uses it as a rangefinder, and he also uses it as a weapon to throw feints. And once he has your timing down, which is very easy to learn Manny Pacquiao's timing, he comes over it with straight right hands and left hooks, which is a devastating weapon for southpaws, because once they get hit with the straight right hand, if the left hook sweeps, it will catch them right on the chin and they won't see it coming. And that's when it causes the most damage. So he doesn't need to throw a short hook. He needs to throw a looping hook after the straight right. If Floyd throws the straight right and he hits Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao is so used to positioning to go to his right, he's going to move himself right in for a sweeping left hook. That might be wobble time for Manny Pacquiao. That is a devastating punch for him. Manny won't be as active as people think because he won't have a target to throw at. And when Floyd changes the looks by getting low, going to the body, throwing feints, and he comes in and gets hit by Floyd and he feels Floyd's power and says, wow, this guy has more power than I thought. Maybe I need to stay on the outside for a little bit more. Those things are going to happen in the fight. Then you have a situation where you have the actual gestures that Floyd makes with his gloves, his eyes. It's hard because we're at home, we don't really get to see it, but if you're at the fight, you can look at Floyd's eyes and what he's doing. He's confusing his opponents. Glove movement, shoulder movement, moving in and out of position. He's never going to give up position for Manny Pacquiao to be effective. Manny Pacquiao's success normally comes when a fighter is trying to attack him and they give up position. And he's able to step forward or spring forward while he's going backwards on defense and can throw a punch. Even though he squares up, he's able to throw one good power punch, and then there's a volume of punches that come normally in succession because the fighter is out of position and Manny Pacquiao has jumped back into a commanding position because they overextended. They overreached to try to get to Manny Pacquiao, and he comes with like one counter shot and he's able to jump back and then spring forward with offense. Hence his calf muscles. And that's how he normally catches people with shots. But he squares up because his feet are not in the proper place they need to be. So if Floyd is to avoid this, all he has to do is take a step back and control distance of the fight. Something Chris Algieri was doing to Manny Pacquiao, but he made a fatal flaw and mistake. Instead of going straight back and using his legs to bounce straight back, he decides to rotate and roll around every single round and kept rolling and using the jab to roll from side to side, which was eventually a mistake on his part, and he got caught reaching in. So I think that methodically Floyd's going to go to the body. He's going to use every element he can to break Manny Pacquiao down and confuse him and have Manny Pacquiao so frustrated he gets desperate. And when you get desperate because you know you're losing rounds and you want to get into the fight, you make a lot more mistakes. And Floyd would capitalize on it all night long. What Manny Pacquiao needs to do to win the fight, what he needs to do is to sell out. He's got to say, I know I have these disadvantages against you, but my offense is my defense. I have to be the old Manny Pacquiao. I have to be aggressive. I have to change the tempo of the fight right away to a high energy tempo, because that's my tempo. I needed to be there to see if I can put you behind the 8 ball to where you are forced to make a mistake because I'm taking rounds. And that's what Manny has to do from round 1. He needs to jump on Floyd Mayweather and put so much pressure on Floyd to have to mount a comeback. That's what the Madonna fight was like in the first fight. Madonna jumped out to an early lead because he came out with an onslaught against Floyd. Manny's not that type of fighter, but he needs to sell out in his own way of going in and out and just committing himself to the fight early. Because if he doesn't, he's going to wake up and turn around, 6 rounds has passed, and he's down 6-0. And he doesn't know how he got there. I mean, it's a difficult task. He's going to be asked to do things he's never done before. And he's going to have to be willing to sell out to a game plan. He's going to have to get low. He's going to have to move his head from side to side. He's going to have to jab. The jab offsets Floyd Mayweather's offense. If you come in behind a jab, it's harder for him to time you and set you up because you're coming in behind the jab. Double jab, triple jab, but you got to use your jab. You can't be a one-arm fighter and beat Floyd Mayweather. It's not going to happen. And for you guys praying on a lucky punch from the sky and the gods and Voodoo Mom and all that, it's not going to matter May 2nd. Because the truth is going to come out. Now, I'm a believer that Floyd will stop Manny Pacquiao in about 9 or 10 rounds. I'm looking for a stoppage. So that's my prediction for the fight. I think Floyd stops him in round 9 or 10 because he's going to realize he's in there with a much different fighter than he could ever imagine. And I also will be imploring that they check Manny Pacquiao's gloves, his hand wraps, his trunks. I want everything checked. I don't want anybody trying to give him any type of advantage going in that ring. So, I'm out. And tell me your prediction. I'm interested to know, and I want to know why. Enjoy the fight.